So much to do, so little time. Oh boy, where do I even start? Let's start with you.
I have no time for you, Acolyte. I
Oh,
focus
fine.
every thought on the Emperor's glorious golem army.
Meh. Fine. I guess we'll start here with this guy.
I am devoted to Death's Hand alone.
Okay. I guess we won't start with you, and I'll just kind of back off. Then we will start with you.
Greetings, young Lotus Acolyte.
Greetings.
I am the keeper of the archive. What can this humble servant of the Order do for you?
How long have you kept the archive?
Our Order has existed for 20 years. I have
Ancient.
chronicled our new role and rise to glory. Much is mundane, minor shifts in power, the results of various campaigns.
Her.
True secrets are held only in the minds of Grand Inquisitor Gia and Death's Hand.
When do you start to realize that you might be a part of an evil organization? Is it when you're murdering people and sticking their souls in clay golems, or when your leader is named Death's Hand? These are important questions, and I feel like they should answer them. I feel like I should ask this woman these questions, but it doesn't appear to have that option. So I want to ask about what's in the archive.
I will answer within the limits of what someone of your ranking is permitted to know. Recent
Meh.
or old entries, you must give specifics.
Tell me about the leadership.
All you are allowed to know of your masters is that Death's Hand is the will of the Emperor, and Grand Inquisitor Gia rules this place for him.
Huh.
Obey their wishes when they are made apparent to you, or you will be destroyed. That is all an acolyte needs to understand.
Fair.
You may, however, ask about your Master Gong. He is not important enough to warrant secrecy.
Okay. Tell me about Gong.
A thoroughly average assassin relegated to indoctrinating acolytes due to his failure to demonstrate leadership qualities. He is not well liked.
I've noticed.
His mediocrity is magnified by the successes of Master Shin, an assassin who arrived at the same time and has catapulted through the ranks.
Okay.
Coincidentally, Master Shin is the one who personally documented many of Gong's failures. There is, of course, nothing strange about this.
Wait. So you have a person who skyrocketed through the ranks, and he personally documented the other person who is largely considered a failure. Every single time that he failed is documented by the person who succeeded. And there's nothing strange about this? Nothing at all. Not even a little bit.
I will answer within the
Right.
limits of what someone of your ranking is permitted to know. Recent or
I get the
old
feeling that
entries,
these guys
you must
are-
give specifics.
A lot more inept than they let on. Tell me about the time the Order was formed.
You are permitted to know that Death's Hand returned from Dirge as the Emperor's trusted confidant after all others around him proved to be traitors. After defeating the Drought, the Emperor was no longer a slave
Defeating,
to
like
the
it's an
natural
enemy that you
order
can
of
fight.
things. He needed utterly loyal disciples to replace and kill doubters.
Huh.
The Order of the Lotus was quickly transformed from its weak role under Prince Qin. Death's Hand was the new
Interesting.
way, and those who disagreed were destroyed.
No one questions such a brutal change?
All who did were killed, except one who first hid his doubt. On a mission to cleanse a traitor's family, he rejected Death's Hand and turned on his fellows.
Huh.
The bodies were unrecognizable. More have died to him over the years, but few remain who know his face. He was our most skilled, most vicious, and most hated.
Interesting. So this rogue assassin escaped punishment.
He escaped death, but there is no greater penalty
Did he
for
escape
a
Death's
Lotus
Hand?
assassin than to be removed from the sight of Death's Hand and our Emperor.
Really? That's it?
No
Just
doubt
exile?
many of his years have been worse than death. Once you are truly indoctrinated, you will know the hunger to serve that such loyalty brings.
Right. So, let me get this straight. There's a guy within the Lotus Assassins. I just want to recap everything. There's a guy within the Lotus Assassins who has largely been a stepping stool for another guy. Gong has been a stepping stool for Shin, and there was a doubter within the ranks, and he was basically excommunicated. What was this rogue assassin called?
His name is not spoken to the Acolytes. You must understand that to oppose Death's Hand is to lose all connection to your masters. Even if you live, you do not exist.
That's it?
There are few fates worse than being reduced to nothing. Lotus assassins can belong nowhere else.
I can think of a couple.
Service to Death's Hand is your life.
I'm guessing that it's Sagacious Zoo. Because he used to be a Lotus assassin. And he was important, and I don't remember why. What was so different in the way you were trained?
Master Gong has been lax in indoctrinating you.
Yeah, I just got here.
No doubt he wants to make use of your fiery disposition before stripping you of it. You will come to understand.
Doubt it.
Soon you will have nothing else but your life here. Your role as a Lotus assassin leaves no room for anything other than loyalty to Death's Hand and the Emperor.
Also, where do I get your awesome threads? No one question. Let's go back to my other questions.
I will answer within the limit.
Yeah. Tell me about recent campaigns.
Slaves continue to be brought to the fortress from the wall and unimportant villages that have no voice to object. Our golem force continues to grow.
So you're murdering people in the name of the Emperor.
Operations in Tien's Landing
for
have temporarily halted.
Golems.
But we received glorious news that a hated enemy of the Emperor has been delivered to the palace.
That's me.
The accomplices who hid him were butchered, their pitiful village razed. We look
Oh,
forward to
no.
a day when all who oppose our masters are dealt
That's
with.
my master. Who is this enemy?
It is unimportant. All that
No.
matters is that he was caught. We don't need to know any more than that. It is a glorious validation of all that we do to serve our masters.
Interesting. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Acolyte. Serve our masters well.
Now, can I read the scroll stands behind you? Can't read that one. Can I read this one? The Grand Inquisitor's will. In your obedience to Death's Hand, do not neglect to heed the complex demands of our Mistress Gia. Second in glory only to to the hand of Death himself. Our mistress demands that all of her servants think clearly while they're being indoctrinated, and completely in all that they do. She expects that all Lotus assassins exercise their minds as thoroughly as they suppress the impulses of their hearts. Okay. As Grand Inquisitor, Mistress Gia knows all things that happen within the fortress and without. Not even the deepest secrets of the most remote places in the Empire escape her knowledge. Yet I've been running around freely, and nobody can find me. Mistress Gia demands that we be cunning, ruthless, and complete in our loyalty to her master and ours, Death's Hand. To disrespect her is to disrespect the Empire, the Emperor, and Death's Hand himself. I think that might be a little bit reversed. I think it should be the Empire, Death's Hand, and the Emperor himself. Because I'm getting the image that they are not loyal to the Emperor at all. Just Death's Hand. Which, I mean, that's obvious. Alright. Configuration of the rabbit. That's interesting. Not what I expected. Scroll stand. The undeniable fire. Of all the threats the young Jade Empire faced, the greatest was the barbarian warlord Zheng Sai. I'm assuming this is Probably a reference to Genghis Khan. Titled The Tree That Defies the Fire, Zheng Sai managed to organize the barbaric horse lords, into an efficient and deadly machine of warfare, conquering much of the lands to the west and north of the empire before coming to bear on the borders of the Jade Empire itself. Zheng Sai, whose savagery denied even the Great Wall built to keep his people out, led his hungry, maddened people to attack our fledgling empire in a rabid attempt to destroy all that would become our advanced and prosperous civilization. So vicious and deadly was Zheng Sai's attacks that it roused the insular spirit monks from their temple in the land of the howling spirits to come to the empire's aid. Left unconquered by the devouring horselord army, the monks of Dirge stood alongside the empire, and in a great battle, recounted by sages, playwrights, and scholars around the known world, laid waste to Zheng Sai and his ravenous armies of wild bowmen. With the help of the monks from Dirge, the empire finally burned down the tree that defies the fire, and our glorious land has never since faced a so deadly a foe. Except, the drought and the whole fact that the emperor killed the fucking water dragon. But, we keep that a secret because it's a big problem. No one's supposed to know about it. Is there anything else in here? No. What's up, Sky? Those assassins are far superior to you acolytes. We are trusted followers of the will of the emperor, and will lead his golem army. Right. I have a feeling that eventually you'll probably be turned into golems yourselves. But, whatever. Return to your duties, acolyte. If you are not working to increase the emperor's glorious golem army, you are a waste of our resources. He seems nice.
Another of Gong's weaker acolytes headed to the slaughter. How many of the ghosts killed so far?
Heh.
11, 12, does it matter? Worthless as one, worthless as a group.
Go on, then.
It's nice to see you all
Let's
look
see
the
how
fucking
you
same.
fare. We'll need to sluice the blood out of there by the time they manage to destroy those ghosts.
Huh. Well, you seem fun. Can I go in here? These look like golems.
Leaping time.
Well, this is going just as easily and well as I thought it would, so I'm not concerned. What's a ghost lord? Thank you, Sky. That was most beneficial. Did they all say the same thing? I'm not going to click on every one of them, but I'm just kind of curious. Sturdy door cannot be opened at this time. Yeah, because it's a soul extractor room. It's where they rip the souls out of people. Of course they don't want me going in there. Can I go in here? Can I go?
So Gong has an acolyte who can fight.
Looks like it.
Ghosts are mindless. I see no real skill in defeating them.
I see no means for
certainly.
you guys to defeat
Against
them
a real
in
opponent,
general.
there would be no doubt of the outcome.
Right.
Slink back to Master Gong. We answer to Master Shin, and if you are lucky, this is the last time you will see us.
Oh god, I hope so. I would make some statement about the breath being bad, but I don't honestly care. And can't smell their breath. Because video game. Alright, Gong.
You live,
Hey!
and the ghosts are gone?
Certainly are.
Well, I did not expect this.
Of course not.
It would seem that I have a competent acolyte for once. Interesting.
Helps to be a spin. I mean,
Recruits are rarely of use.
good
before we
fighter.
Strip them of their outside identities. But you beg a more interesting application.
you don't say.
Could you be the one I have waited for?
If you're going to start hitting on me and expect me to bury your children, no. But I welcome the compliment and hope to serve you well.
Your duties would normally include a period of deprivation in a cell until every hint of self and identity was stripped away. It is a draining, brutal awakening.
I'm guessing I'm not going to go through this.
I need a favored protege, someone willing to risk everything in my service. I will preserve your intellect, allow your inventive mind to remain, in exchange for 2 tasks.
Okay. And that woman is
One is
watching
your
us.
duty anyway. The other is something to secure your future at the heart of the assassins. Lotus Acolytes are utterly expendable. You deserve better.
Okay. I will serve as needed. You speak as if I have a choice. You can order me to do what you want.
Ah, that is true. I like that you do not suffer formality. I have struggled under the weight of the same thing from others myself. You must operate the soul extractor,
Interesting.
past the room where you fought the ghosts. In the coming weeks, you will help swell the ranks of the Empire's glorious golem army.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
Golems are fueled by the souls of the dead. The recently dead, it turns out, make far more obedient and powerful golems, especially if brutally killed.
Of course.
We no longer mind the necropolis for souls that linger near their resting place. We butcher slaves instead, and extract their souls into spirit shards. Tonight we require a shard of exceptional quality for a Jade golem that will control the latest battalion of golems. You will
Interesting.
oversee this in the extraction chamber.
And what's the second task?
You clearly deserve better than the short life of a regular acolyte. Your ability surprised me. Use it to surprise the others as well. Help me gain the power to help you.
Okay.
Kill Master Shin, my superior.
Done. The more Lotus Assassins I kill, the better. You wish me to take the blame for such an act?
No. Losing an exceptionally talented servant like you is of no benefit to me. Even if acolytes are expendable, they die often in the machinations between masters.
Fair.
Another manipulator that will not stand on his own. But we need to get close to the assassins. Humor him.
The politics of the Lotus Assassin Order are complicated. It's all right if murder is suspected, so long as it appears deserved because of incompetence.
Interesting. How do I go about doing that? And I think I know how to get the exceptional soul gem.
That is your task to figure out, Acolyte. This is a dangerous place. Find a way for him to have an accident that disgraces him. I, of course, must not be implicated.
Of course.
Talk to my acolytes at their stations in the Golem Press Room and the Soul Extractor. These are dangerous machines. Find a sharp corner Shin can crack his temple on.
That's what I thought.
Return to me when you have an idea for an appropriate accident. I don't care what it is, as long as there is a corpse for me to gloat over in the end.
I'm starting to like this guy. I have some questions.
Proceed, but do not waste my time.
I mean, I don't think I could, but I want to talk to you. I want to ask you about the golems and
I will
shards.
hear you.
What are spirit shards? Are they similar to essence gems?
Shards infuse the golems with life. Souls are extracted from the vessel that holds them, whether a corpse or a slave, and sealed within a crystal shard.
Interesting.
The more recent and brutal the death, the more effective the golem. Our soul extraction process is deliberately painful.
Lovely.
Essence gems are trinkets that can focus minimal amounts of chi. There are very few people who can make use of them effectively.
Why is it so important? What is so important about the Jade Golem?
Golems are utterly obedient, but that does not mean that they are always easy to control. In great numbers, there can be discord.
So the Jade Golem, right? It's kind of
Jade
like a
golems
receiver.
are infused with spirit shards made of multiple souls. They are highly ordered servants, and they serve as pacifiers for the other golems.
Yeah,
One
so
or two golems can be controlled
they're
by
like a
one
router.
alone, but an army requires these Jade intermediaries to maintain order. Such numbers are dangerous without a lieutenant.
How many golems have been produced?
I do not know. Hundreds? More? Many are here, waiting for a Jade Golem to command them. In the end, we will replace the weaklings of the Imperial army entirely. Imagine it, Acolyte. An army of loyal, nearly indestructible golems, dedicated to enforcing the will of the Emperor under Death's hand.
The will of the Emperor under Death's hand. Huh. Let's go back to my other questions.
Proceed.
Tell me about Shen.
You already know enough about him. He is insufferable, concerned only about his own advancement. He sabotages my efforts at every turn.
I need to
When
know
he
more.
is gone, I will ascend in rank, and I will reward acolytes that are loyal to me. Perhaps I will even introduce you to Grand Inquisitor Gia in the heart of the fortress.
Okay. I spoke with the Keeper of the Archive about you.
Stop right there, Acolyte. I am well aware of what that Lotus Expositioner records.
Interesting.
Rumors and lies routinely turned over to Grand Inquisitor Gia. If you wish to remain more than a footnote in her pages, you will not speak to me again about her. The old fool will see my potential, and you will help me.
Let's go back. You know what? Goodbye for
Remember your tasks, Acolyte. Create a spirit shard in the extraction chamber for the Jade Golem, and find a creative way to kill and disgrace Master Shin. You can also seek training from Acolyte Trainer Guang. I'm sure you are her superior, but she might have something of use to you.
We'll see. Where's Guang? Is that Guang? It is.
An acolyte of Gong's, So am I. Let's identify what training you need by sparring for a short time.
I'll
Let's
probably...
keep it non-lethal for now. I find you have enough enemies in this place. We acolytes are utterly expendable.
Am I really gonna fight her? Very well. Let's
Good.
spar.
Remember, no killing blows. I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to practice those later.
Spirit thief! Double sabers!
Well, what'd you think?
Well, you would appear to have more than a passing knowledge of combat. I could almost see some kind of flaw, but I was clearly outclassed.
Yeah, clearly.
Yes, you were. I knew this Acolyte was something special, but I didn't think my trainer would be made to look like a fool. You, New Blood, you will be the trainer now. When I am promoted, you will train all my acolytes.
Good to know.
You, assist her, if you can even do that.
It would seem that you have taken over my duties. I will still serve as an advisor, as Master Gong ordered. There are techniques I can share.
Maybe I shouldn't have won that fight. I apologize for taking your position.
In truth, I did not like being a trainer. Life for any of Master Gong's acolytes is rough and short, but especially so for trainers. Master Shin sees to that.
Interesting.
My duties, your duties now, include training Master Shin's personal entourage. In the past, if a
So I
trainer was
trained them
too good,
badly.
Shin had that trainer killed to keep Gong weak. I think one member of his entourage is a full Lotus assassin. I have survived by appearing unimportant and staying out of the fight between Gong and Shin.
I don't intend to do that. I have access to Shin's personal entourage.
You are supposed to train the attendants in his entourage. Some need it, but if you seem too skilled, your next fight will be against the hidden Lotus assassin.
I don't have a problem with that.
Besides, it wouldn't weaken Shin for long. I suppose he would be alone and more vulnerable if he had to fight right away, but he will replace them in time.
Will there be an outcry if one of Shin's entourage died during training?
Accidents happen, and even the attendants in his entourage are just acolytes, and therefore are utterly expendable.
Interesting.
There would not be much fuss.
Good.
However, you would probably find yourself training the hidden Lotus assassin in the next bout. Any skilled acolytes under Gong are quickly disposed of.
I'm not afraid of that. I want to get rid of all of them. How many can I fight at once?
Are you mad? Well, it doesn't matter. You must train one at a time. If you seem to be too strong a target, I'm sure they will accommodate your death wish.
God, I hope so. Who am I supposed to train?
You're in a hurry to make enemies, aren't you?
Yes.
Very well. Master Shin has a new attendant in his entourage who's supposed to be trained. Attendant Keaton. She is replacing one of the acolytes who did not return from Tian's Landing. There was no explanation. I assume he was weak and was discarded.
I probably murdered him. That's my guess.
You can find her and all of the other attendants by the doors to the inner chambers. They wait there for when Shin leaves to inspect new slave shipments.
Interesting. What training services can you provide?
I have learned a number of techniques.
Let's see. I don't need that. That's actually not bad. But it's expensive. I have Inner Darkness. Ooh. Window to the Abyss. No. No. That one. Sell. I don't need that. Anything that's a minus, I don't want to keep. Regardless of what it might do. Only followers what? Oh. No. Only followers of the way of the open. This gem surrounds you in an aura of wind that damages any who attack you. Why did I not know about this before? Its effect is constant while this gem is equipped. I'm going to use that later. Any more that I don't need? That one. Well, it may not seem wise for one to sacrifice one's spiritual nature for a gamble on fate's table. One must certainly see the wisdom in entering a card game with a stacked deck. This gem rewards those who are willing to make such a sacrifice with more spiritual resources when it is needed most. No, thank you. Huh. I'm gonna keep that one just because. I didn't realize I had that, and now that I realize that it's there, I can swap that in when I have a book to read and really, really cheat. I mean, get experience, of course, not cheat. I would never cheat. A musician who traveled from the breath of the Empire was once the owner of this gem. He carried it with him for years. His fame spread ahead of him, and he was welcome in all corners of the Empire. No one knew what became of him, for imperial edict erased his legacy for crimes unknown. Surely, despite his obvious strengths, he must have committed some folly that secured his downfall. No, thank you. No, oh God. No, thank you. No, thank you. That's it. Okay. Bye. Closed fist. Damn. No. No. These are all mine anyway. I just sold these to you. Deadened nerves. I'm good. I think the next component that I get, the next piece of the amulet, I'm gonna use that windshield. Let's see what's in here. What's up, Zoo?
You approach the soul extractor. The assassins want you to create a spirit shard to crush a life to power a golem puppet. They are very efficient in their brutality now.
Okay.
It wasn't always like this. Fear used to be the primary tactic. Destroy the family of one to ensure the loyalty of all. It caused chaos, uprisings, close allies turning on each other. Those inclined to betrayal fear it the most. Imagine if you could corrupt the machine and return the chaos of disloyalty the Emperor dreads.
Can I ruin the plans and get what I need?
No matter your motives, helping the assassins harms you. If you corrupt the spirit shard, you can move forward while also crippling their golems.
Interesting.
They seek control. There used to be a chance to disobey when the order given was too harsh. The victims pointlessly innocent. Now there is only obedience. There is something chaotic enough to disrupt that. In the elevator room to come, descend to the deepest mine, to the oldest graves.
What thing will disrupt them? What do you mean?
Just go. The thieves await you. Remember, the deepest mines. They are closed now for being too troublesome. That is where you will find what you need.
Deepest mines. Am I going to Moria? I mean, I'm okay with this if I am. Well, I guess we'll see, right?